the 11 o'clock workshop, Master the Precuts. So we've got 5 people on there. Hi everyone, hope you're all well, keeping safe. With me I am Bindy's Precuts, and I am Bindy's to you digital, so I'm coming live to you now. With all my pre-cuts, they are 100% cotton, reactive dyes, there's no pre-washing necessary, so we can actually get stuck into straight sewing when you get the kits. So let's have a look at these. We're going to do Trippa. Okay, so Trippa, we're doing in this little section some 10-inch squares and 5-inch strip quilts. So in Trippa, we're going to be using some 10-inch squares and some 2.5-inch strips. So they come in the kits. Hi Maria, how are you? Lovely to see you again. So we've got some kits that come up through with different colourways and that. I'm not sure if I've got them on the website yet, but Escalator has now been put on, so I've got that one on in between this little time. So Trippa, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 10-inch square. Here we go, get these out. 10-inch square, and I'm going to put a 2.5-inch strip across the top. Okay, then I'm going to take another 2.5-inch strip and pop it down the side. Okay, and at this stage now we're going to give it a really good iron. Okay, I need to iron it really well here, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut it from the 2.5-inch strip down to the 2.5-inch strip, not the 2.5-inch strip down 10-inch square. Wrong quilt, doesn't work, tried it. Okay, so we're going to go 2.5-inch down to the 2.5-inch. My hair down there. So then what we're going to do is we're going to cut it. So when we cut it, we're going to end up with 2 halves. One half looks like a party hat, okay, and the other half looks like cat ears, like this. Okay, so we ironed it at the previous one because we don't want to iron it now because we're on a bias. Okay, so we don't iron it right here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 of the party hat halves, and we're going to join them together. We're going to take 2 of the cat ears, we'll join something else, and join them together. And as long as that seam in the middle is going the same way, you will get that nice flow through of all the colours. And that's how you make Trippa. Alright, so that one is actually available as a pattern on its own. Okay, and then you can, or you can purchase the kit. So when you do purchase the kits through me, you do get the patterns for free. And don't forget, at the moment, I have got free postage on anything over $50 on the website. So that's your Trippa pattern right there. Okay, next one I'm going to show you is directions. Let's pop this one up. So directions, I might just hold it instead of putting it up on the board because I'm going to take it off. So this one's done with the paisleys. I don't have the paisleys anymore, but I've got lots of other colourways. Alright, so we've got the directions one. What we're going to do with that, we're going to take some 5-inch strips. Okay, and with the 5-inch strips, we need to cut them into pieces, of course. So we're going to cut them. So we've got 20 prints and 20 plain strips, and we're going to cut them all up. We're then going to take them, and we're going to take them to the iron and fold them in half. With the plain colour, it needs to have the fold on the right-hand side. With the print colour, have the print on the outside, and it will go across the top with the fold. I'm then going to open this up and place the print one inside, and as long as all the raw edges that are on the left and the bottom are the same, right, are equal, we're going to sandwich it inside. Once you do that, you're then going to take it to the sewing machine. See if this works today. Doesn't always work, this one. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam down that side that has the fold. Alright, so we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam. Then what I'm going to do is open it up. Okay, now I've got some pins, so I'm going to pin this guy this time. Alright, and then we're going to open up the print one, and we will get the triangle there, like a flying geese. And we've just sewn one seam. Alright, little warning with this one, we do need to sew a 1/8 of an inch across the bottom once we've ironed it, because there's 3 layers of fabric, and when you put another one on top, it can move. Trust me, it can move. Okay, it did it on me, so that's why I say do a little warning. So we're going to sew across there. When you get 2 of them together, like this, and here, this now makes a block. I've got the fan going, so it's blowing a few things here. It makes a block. Okay, once you put the block together, you can actually pull these sides down. You don't need pins or anything. Pull it down, and you can sew really close to that edge that you've pulled down. And the quilt you'll get from that is it looks, the white's not real good on here, but anyway, it looks like, there we go, cathedral window. Okay, so I've just pulled them down after I put them together, pulled them down and sewed really close to where the fold is. Okay, so that's directions. Again, that one is a pattern to buy, or you can buy a kit with you get the free pattern. Next one I'm going to show you is called Mind Bend. Now Mind Bend is one of my favourites. It is an illusion sort of a quilt. So when you look at it, it looks curved. Oh, gotta hang on to it. There we go. It looks curved. Okay. Now this comes in a kit. Now after yesterday, I did show this one off yesterday in a workshop, and I have one kit left with the black and white. So that's all I've got left in these, but it does come on a pattern that you're able to buy. The pattern on the back of this one shows you how much fabric you do need for when you're making bigger size bed quilts. So what we're going to do, the kit comes with them all cut, okay, and we're going to put them together as a strip set. You'll have a strip set that starts with the black, white, black, white, black, white, and you'll have a little strip set from selvage to selvage that'll start with the white, so you have the opposite going through. These will be selvage to selvage. What you need to do is then cut them, and you will cut them into these different sizes. There we go. You. Okay, so we'll then have them all cut into different sizes. These are all the little ones at the black at the top. You'll then take you've cut the ones at the black at the top, and you'll cut all the white ones that have the white at the top as well. And then what you do is you'll alternate between them in the sizes of picking a black top, a white top, black, white, black, white. Okay, and you'll alternate them across in the sizes going up. When you do that, you then join them together. Now, because you iron them all towards the darker one, the black obviously, your seams will nest. Okay, and what you'll end up with is a block that looks like that. So you've got your black, white, black, white, black, white. Okay, and that's where we've joined all these together. Here's the opposite one where I've started with the white, black, white, black. And when you join them together, it is opposite. Actually, I might just swap them around. It actually looks a little bit easier for you to understand with that. So that then gives me a quarter of a block that's on the quilt. So the block is here. Look at my chin. That's your block, okay? And it'll give you the quarter of that block, top two halves and the other two, and they are all opposite, okay? So you can follow that one. So that's Mind Bend. There's one left on the website. And at the moment, I'm out of black. My manufacturer is out of black, so I'm unable to cut anymore at the moment, but the pattern is there for you if you wanted to get your own fabric. And use your stash with it. Why not? Bullseye. So with the bullseye one, we've got here, okay, so this one's bullseye. If I open it here, I might just hang him for a minute so you can see it. This actually has the bullseye. This is a half, the other half will go around here, okay, and you'll get the bullseye effect. Now that comes in a kit. I do have a few of those with your black and whites and black. Comes on a pattern as well, okay, and you'll be able to make it this way. We're going to take the 5-inch strips. We're going to take two different ones, okay, here we go, two different ones, and we're going to put, gosh, I didn't put that one back very well, did I? It's not in order. Here we go. So we need two 5-inch strips that are different. We're going to put 5-inch, 5-inch, quarter-inch seam. That gives me 9.5. You need to check that with your quarter-inch seam on the first one. Don't check it on the last one and go, oh, it's a little bit out, I'll change it now. Don't do that. Nothing will match. Okay? What we're going to do then with that strip, we're going to cut it into blocks. So we're going to cut it into the little segments like this. Okay? We're going to take the solid colour, cut it to the same size as those. We're going to fold it in half like Nana used to teach me how to iron the hankies. I'm an ironer, so I will iron this one. Hi Carol, how are you? I'm going to iron this one. So when you do that, if you are a person to put the mark on it, that's okay. You can put a mark down to follow the mark. We both get to the same ending, so it's okay what you do. Don't forget, if you do what you love, because you'll love patchworking to do it, then you'll be fine. You've got that, you know, do what you love. All right, do it the way that you like doing it, and you keep doing it. All right, I'm going to place it on top there. When I do that, I'm going to do what we all love these days, is our half square triangles. Just trying to find the Velcro ladies. There we go. All right, I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam either side of that mark or that crease. When I cut through there, after I've sewn it, you'll then end up with a block that looks like that. And that's all it is to make that quilt. Because if you want it, yeah, that's all right, housework. Yeah, I just don't do that. Yeah, Carol, it's not one of those things that I like doing, so I just keep patchworking. All right. When you put them down, you can actually lay them out so you can get that black in the middle. Don't forget. Where I have Velcro, you should see that. I've got the fan going and it's just blowing them. Okay. Don't forget also, when you put these together, this part here has 2 seams in it now. This one only has 1. So this guy's a little bit shorter. So if you are laying it out where they are next to each other, like this, where you've got the taller one next to a shorter one, okay, that seam is not going to match. It's okay. It's not meant to match. If you have the really bad OCSD, the obsessive compulsive sewing disorder, that we all have, and you can't get past that, don't make it this way. I had a lady that actually sent them in to me where she made one where it was all the same way and it was like sails, and that looked really, really, really good. All right, so with patchworking, it is one of those things where you can put your own creativity to it. I am not going to haunt you or hunt you down because you didn't follow my pattern correctly. You can follow the pattern to the point of getting the blocks made, but how you lay them out is up to you. All right, there's many different ways to lay it out. I think I give you 3 or 4 different options in the pattern. All right, but they don't. You don't have to follow it. You can lay it out. And I always say, if you can lay it out and you're not quite happy with it, you can leave it on the bed for 3 days and sleep on the couch, or turn a block and see what you like. The other thing is if you're not quite sure, years and years and years ago, I've been patchworking for 30 years, you used to squint, and that would show you where different highlights are that might be something wrong. You could look through a little peek hole. These days, get your mobile phone and take a black and white photo. If you take a black and white photo, that will highlight the shades of grey, and you'll see if you've got too many darker ones in one section, and that's what's throwing it out when you look at it in a natural way. All right, so use your phone on that one. All right, that is what I have done for the 10-inch strips. Now, the next one at 1, I'm throwing in a couple of different ones. You haven't seen them yet. We've got some different ones coming. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going to be live. I am throwing in quite a few live video feeds now because this is my way of coming to you and teaching with you. I am going to have stitch-alongs where you can sit, and it could be very late at night, and I'll be sitting and sewing and that sort of thing. Is that a good idea, Carol? Hey, let's all get community, yeah, in the little community that we've got here, and let's all just join together through the YouTube and the Facebook. So stalk me on Facebook or Instagram. That's another way. Hit the website, hit the newsletter one. Don't forget, I have folders that you can collect all your patterns in there for sale with 12 patterns on the website. I am loading up things all the time on there and trying to keep up to date with it all. I never overload with too many that I don't have stock for, but I do not always have everything on there. I have to keep going through and looking and seeing. And just message me. My phone number's there, the email's there, Messenger. Come through and talk to me that way. What else can I tell you? I can tell you to come back at 1. All right, everyone stay safe. I hope you're enjoying sitting and enjoying what I'm doing and learning a few different things with all the different pre-cuts. I have lots of different designs, as I said. And don't forget, there's lots of different ways of using them. If you've got some photos or anything you want to send me, I can share with everybody of the quilts that you're making and what you're doing. But everyone, please stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Go onto the website, have a look around it. I will be, I've got a couple of hours in between this one and the next one, so I'll be working on it as well. So happy sewing and stay safe. And I'll see as many as I can back here at 1. Tell your friends that I'm on. Let them all log in and share my Facebook and that with your friends so they can actually enjoy it as well. So thank you again. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you back here at 1. Bye.